Redvee TV following the 26-16 home defeat to Wigan. I think first of all we need to start off with the team selection tonight. We've had 10 weeks and we knew Ben Barber was coming in. We knew Danny Richardson wasn't going to be in the lineup, but I think the big shock tonight for everyone was no Theo Farge. I know social media blew up before game when everybody's saying it was a mistake, and I think we can probably say it was.
I said to you, I thought it was his biggest mistake was leaving Farge out the starting 17, or the 17, sorry. I mean, obviously I've been proved right. I don't like being proved right, but I've been proved right there. A bit of dynamic play from him, bit of speed at the ruck. Just something different would have been great tonight. But I don't understand why tonight is the night that you change your 6 and 7. I know we've changed it quite a bit, but why you change it actual 6 and 7 from two people who've played there all season? Farge has played at 6 all season and he's had Smith and Richardson outside him. Why change it?
You get the feeling tonight for me he's trying to overthink things. I know Holbrook said in one of the forums that he liked having a back on the bench. And we've done that for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it looked like it was in preparation for either Lomax or Farge to be on the bench. And then tonight he goes with the 4 forwards, obviously to try and beat Wigan in the forwards. But for me, we knew it was always a risk. Ben Barber was always going to come into that side, and he was always not going to be fully match fit. So at the very least, give yourself an option of replacing Ben Barber if he gets tired. As it is, I think he was all right. If you're struggling in the halves, you give yourself somebody on the bench for that. And if all else fails, you could use Theo Farge just to spell Roby.
Well, I thought that's how Farge had been played, to spell Roby. Does he trust his forwards? Is that why we've gone with 4? Because he's gone with 4 forwards in the past and left Richardson out. But does he trust his forwards?
Go West Ham! Go on West Ham!
Because I don't. I don't trust the forwards for Saints tonight. I think that is a powder puff forward line.
Considering how big our bench was compared to theirs,
they're tired. They played in the...
They were tired.
You're supposed to take the picture while I'm here. Come on, I'm photobombing.
It's a video. Videos haven't reached Wigan yet, it seems. But hey ho, should be famous if you got the lecky on.
But yeah, they're tired. They played the cup final last week and got beat. They were beaten by Hull.
If you'd have told me after 35 minutes who played last Saturday and who'd had the week off though, you'd say it was us.
But does he trust his forward pack to muscle up against Wigan?
We didn't.
You mentioned before, just as we come out, what's more done tonight?
Matty Smith is the answer. Don't know what the question is. Richardson.
Who would you drop?
Smith.
There you go, there's your question.
Where'd you have Farge?
Yeah.
Where'd you have him?
Poor selection.
Yeah.
I would have had Richardson and Farge in the halves. Would have had J-Lo possibly interchange.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we've just been saying.
Yeah. Barber's going to be good, but
It's going to take him time.
it's going to take him
Get
time.
him next time, lads.
Next time.
No. So,
There's an overriding feeling currently that the halves are wrong. And I can't disagree with that.
both Lomax and Smith offered absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I have to say, at no point in that game did you feel like they were going to threaten.
No. But I think you said you got comments via the Twitter that we'd kind of changed the team for an ego and an overrated Aussie. I don't know what game they were watching.
He was our best player,
right?
Threatening wise, and he was half fit.
Listen, yeah, he wasn't match fit, and I think we'll see the best of him possibly 3 or 4 game time.
I've just been told to come on just to say I can't speak.
I can't speak. Do you follow the Snapchat then?
But, what do you think of tonight?
I can't speak. Robert, the cast guy, whatever he says, I fucking can't speak. Forwards battled it. Forwards didn't show up tonight.
Would you change anything in the lineup? Would you put Farge in, for example? Lomax in at 6, was that a risk?
It was a risk, but at the end of the day, Lomax is an international player.
I thought our best player tonight was Percy by a mile.
When he gets the ball.
The problem is, you've gone with 6 and 7 tonight. I don't think they've played together all year.
I don't think that was it. Our forwards didn't give us
I know
that goes through.
We just said that about the Powder.
Their pack was because it was their pack, right?
I think the thing that annoys me the most is Wigan, for me, are full of grubs. You get stuck in, rough it up in the tackle, and you look round our side. Is there anyone in there who's going to get a bit of niggle? When it kicks off, you see any of our forwards jumping in, having a go.
Amor lost his rag a bit at the end, but what you know, guys,
when it's too little, too late.
Exactly.
What do you go with next week? What do you do in your house?
It's do or die, isn't it? Well,
I think tonight was, but
I think he's got to bring Richardson in, isn't it?
I don't think he will. I think he'll stick with what he's got.
Smith's let us down, hasn't he? He's got experience, international player, won the awards, but he let us down tonight.
Well, I think we'll all go to sink a
I'm
pint.
going to get a beer,
Yeah. See you later, mate.
Good catch it.
Kev, back on.
Sorry, I'm back
right.
on. I'm back on. Back on, darlings.
I'm off sick of working. Guys, that wasn't the best tonight. That's all I'll say. It wasn't the best.
What would you change for next week?
I was disappointed they changed the halfbacks, to be perfectly honest. But
I think that's overriding. I don't think anybody's said anything different.
I don't think Smith was that good tonight. His kicking game was off. Farge must be disappointed to be left out. And so was Richardson. But having said that, I thought the worst thing they could have happened to say was Wigan getting beat on Saturday. Because they came out flying tonight. Out the blocks flying, and we just weren't at the races.
I mean, the thing for me is you can't afford to give Wigan
You can't even let
10-12 push start.
You can't let Wigan win the toss of the coin.
Yeah.
Never mind giving 10-12 points to that. You've got to get into the face. They were so much up and at us, and fair play.
I don't like Wigan's tactics. I think they've always got a third man in the tackle. They hold down a lot. They're a bit rubbish. But I wish we could play like that at times.
Well, they play like it. Why can't we?
We need someone like that in the pack. Remember when we had Jason Hooper, who
Oh,
was the I'm going to call him the shithouse.
No, we were discussing that on the way up. Jason Hooper. I said to my lad on the way up this afternoon, I said, if we had a team of 13 Jason Hoopers, we'd not be far away.
The problem is there's nobody snide in our team. You need somebody snide.
But Hooper wasn't snide. Hooper was literally, he'd be in your face constantly.
And we've got no one like that. And Wigan have got 3 or 4. And they do it week in, week out.
You've got to meet people on the when they're attacking, bloody defend properly and meet them. That was the problem.
As my lad said to me, he said the bottom line was, he said the first two in 2 minutes, he said line speed. Wigan's speed off the line was bingo. We were ambling. It's like we played at Wembley on Saturday, had a few pints.
Johnny's never a stand-off. I'd play Balber at stand-off and put Johnny.
Swap them.
Because every time he got the ball, he's nowhere near match fit. He looked dangerous.
We had to go to the previous coach and say square pegs, round holes, etc. If he's a full-back, he plays full-back. If he's a stand-off, he plays stand-off. If he's a scrum-half, he plays scrum-half.
So we're going to next week. We are 3 points behind Wakefield. We're now 2 points behind Wigan. I thought we needed to win 3 out of 4, and I thought tonight needed to be one of them. As it is, I've looked at the fixtures. Wigan have still got Hull away next week, Castleford and Wakefield as the last game, so one of them has got points there. But for me, it's got to be one of us. You've definitely got to win all 3 now, or it is all over. It's not even close. Well, to be fair, if you lose next week at Wakefield, it's mathematically gone. You can't finish above them. Yep. So it's do or die on the season.
Well, my issue there is we've got the ability. Them players have all got the ability. Individually, they have. Have they got the hearts and minds for it? Because it's almost like you need to put the hearts and minds of fans into them players. We've had the issue where it's been said before, the likes of Matty Smith has come into the club and wondered about the attitude that we're going in with. We're already seemingly beaten. Now, I know people will come on here and go, we've not got the ability. We have. The professional rugby players. They're not me and you.
There's only one team that's beat Castleford twice this season.
Yeah.
And that was us. It should have been the 3rd time as well.
Well, listen, they're not IT consultants, they're not office managers, they're not doctors, they're professional rugby players. They've got the ability, they've been signed by St Helens for that ability. What they need to do is look inside themselves, hearts, minds, and see if they're up to the job.
He made a comment, the big man was stood behind me, you know the big fella Ed. When the little scuffle ISO went off, he said, hang on, if that was a St Helens player and you did that to me, he said, I'd put you 7 rows back in the stand on your backside. But see, we've got nobody like that will actually stand up and say, do you know what, come on then. Because he actually said to me at half time, he said, if there's a 13-a-side fight, he said, the only one I'd pick it sense to beat is Tompkins.
Do you know what? I got whinged at last week for blaming the referee when we get beaten. I'm not going to do it tonight because we weren't good enough. Simple as that, we weren't good enough. Refereeing decisions tonight though as well though. First half, that ISO tackle, that cannonball tackle. We didn't even get a penalty given to us.
I've given
and
up.
it's
I've
got
given-
put on report. He'll get 3 games. So
I've given up. You look at
that's
the,
it, mate, I didn't pretend-
you look at the incident last night. You had Gareth Ellis. It was sin binned for 10 minutes. Liam Fowler got exactly the same at Wembley. Did exactly the same. Nothing different. Do you know what he got today? No further action. Not even a penalty. Do you know why? It's different rules. It was a cup final. We don't want to see yellow cards.
The thing
in a
that
cup
baffles
final.
me is how come when the game stops sometimes the video ref can get involved and help with the call, and then other times you can't. So like that one with Ice tonight, everybody could quite clearly see on the tackle, on the replays, it was a really bad one. Third man in, gone for the knees, and nearly crippled him.
Listen, I've stopped understanding
So,
what's going
well,
on.
we're not blaming the referees for the defeat. but
Video
the
referees just do one thing only. It's a matter of fact grounding.
And that's, you know what? That's what it should be there for.
I mean, is it obstruction? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's my opinion. It's never going to change.
Yeah.
You can have a referee that thinks that's an obstruction. Man, give it on the field. If it's a Saturday, Sunday afternoon here, referee's decision is final. It's not going upstairs and all that. Video referee's a matter of fact. I can do a video referee. Is
The
that
thing is-
grounded? Yeah.
It's like when you go to the video as well, it's like the referee's decision on the field, and then we're trying to find ways to disprove it. Now, if you've got to have 15 looks at it on a video in super slow-mo from 15 million angles and you're still undecided, you've got to go with the referee's decision, and it doesn't always seem like that.
That's it. I don't agree with you give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking team. I think you hand it back to the ref and say, what have you seen? If this was almost like, if this is a Sunday afternoon, what have you seen? I've seen a knock on. Okay, go with that then. Go with that. Listen, don't worry about it. You've come to me. I can't see the difference. Let the fans fight it out between themselves.
Absolutely.
But again, as you just said, I'm not going to blame Robert Hicks for that, because when it came to
Bottom
20
line
minutes, 20 minutes left, we should have
Saints
steamrolled
were
them.
not simply good enough.
No, we weren't. The forwards didn't show up. I actually turned around and said after 55, 60 minutes when I saw Amo taking the ball in, is he playing? You didn't see him?
Gents, I'm away for the curry. Enjoy.
We are going for the pints. So,
Curry.
do or die next week.
Absolutely.
I'm not very optimistic, but if we put in a performance like we did last week at Wakefield, last couple of weeks at Wakefield, couple of weeks ago at Wakefield, we will move on and we'll keep ourselves in the hunt.
And then we start asking more questions about why we can't recreate that performance at Wakefield.
At Castleford, like we used to do.
I tell you what, Wakefield, Castleford, whatever. I tell you what, get some more fans on here after next week at Wakefield. See how it goes.
Right, like, share and subscribe, and we will see you on comments, even if you want to call me a dickhead on Facebook. And we'll see you next week on Redvee TV.